good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Rebels will boot it away to start the game. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So Alabama's offense will get first crack at it here. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off in defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So,
and here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's inside the 40. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Man, how about the rough starts for these offense? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early, first drives to get something going. Both of them turning over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's going to run it. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confuse the quarterback a little bit, force them to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Sharks circling, crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. He caught it, and he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's trying to get it in, and he's going to score. Touchdown tie!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He leaves it with his back. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Using the quick game. Smashes ahead. Turning it on. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rebels. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The hand to the running back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Looks like Alabama will pick up the 1st down.
And they are showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the 1st down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. The sure hands, it's Knox. Oh, he's got some space. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Throws a nice completion there for a 1st down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
He's got it on the run, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. He's looking to throw. Gets rid of it. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Caught over the middle. It's Knox. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation, and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Pass interference penalty will cost the defense 15 and a first down for this offense. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Reads it, fires complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Rutgers is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by 11 to UCLA. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. The give on the option. Shakes off the defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. He's got it, first down and more. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to throw, it's Montgomery. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Well, missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They're dealing with a second and long. Dropping back, it's Montgomery. Unloads to the wideout. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Holds it in. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they will score! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Fires to the tight end. Crosses to 30. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Working that left side now. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You want to stop the jet sweep and be successful, get some penetration right now towards those edges, right where they're running the football. Defense was ready, got him on the ground, and stopped that play before it ever got started.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back to throw, it's Montgomery. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Finds his man. It's Knox. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Here's the pressure. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Miranda. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Off-play action on first down. Working that left side. Touchdown! Oh, miss! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, we're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Now on first down from the... Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. There he goes. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half.
And I tell you what, as a defense, you just got to stick with it. You got to keep playing, keep chasing. These QBs can do this. You watch them scramble around outside the pocket, gain some yards, but great job by the defense continuing to pursue, make the hit, cause the fumble.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult.
Touchdown, Rebels! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Oxford.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Red pass, it's complete. At midfield, he's got room. Smashes through the tackle. Racing to the right. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes that Alabama offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Rides to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space and
breaks into the open. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. With jet sweep pass. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Balls and fired complete. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, to give, looking for room. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Quarterback making checks. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, that can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here's a heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Finds his man. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 4th and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown Tide! They take the lead with the 6.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Ole Miss ready to send the... onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with a pass. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive, and they can win one-on-one. You saw it right there.
And there's 2 thought processes. When I'm a defense and I got them backed up, is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense applying pressure, getting the sack, now putting them in a bad situation backed up close to their own end zone.
And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man. Turning it on. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Looking to throw on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
Man, that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Quarterback moving. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Going right to work up top. Makes a man miss. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming at him.
Oh, he's got some space. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job?
Trying to get it in. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. They'll try to slam it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Extra point here will tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UTSA has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. They're trailing by 14 to Memphis. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The give to the back. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
Leaves it with the running back. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. With the catch, it's Flynn. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Looking to throw again. Going to try to get it himself. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Got his man. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
I'll tell you what, I love no hesitation. I love my quarterback to make that RPO read, throw it to the right really quickly, but just got to be a little bit more accurate, maybe not rush it so much.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll try the run. Pick up of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Trying to pick up a 1st down. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Pulls it in. It's Flynn. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, and how about it? Never a doubt, 4th down, you stick true to the RPO game and who you are. Hand the football off, make the right read, get the big 4th down conversion.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
With the run on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now it's 2nd and goal. Gets the back moving. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They move on top here in the fourth. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that was a methodical 17-play drive for the touchdown. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Bringing it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the good.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
And I tell you what, this guy's making a name for himself. 2 sacks last week. He's got 2 today already. He is terrorizing quarterbacks.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He's got it down the left side. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Miranda. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Armour. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
It's complete to the right. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Bring in the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Turns it on at midfield. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Listen, everybody practices the 2-minute drill and trying to go fast, but it's really nice when the quarterback has his time to get his thoughts clear, understand down and distance, maybe audible at the line of scrimmage. He has that right now because he did a good job getting the first down and getting out of bounds.
Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He's got him. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to throw on first down. Spits it out to the back. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And the D chooses to bring pressure. A lot of times, big moments when you get in these fourth quarters regardless, like pull the trigger, be aggressive, bring the pressure to them. They do hit the QB as he's throwing it and force the incompletion.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that is a backbreaker for the offense because you're driving right now to win this football game, but instead you turn it over, and there's enough time on the clock now for the opponent to march the field and win this game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
So here comes our first play of overtime. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Alabama has it first to start overtime. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 3rd and long, and they love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th down in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, and they turn it over here in the first possession of overtime.
Well, they couldn't come up with it there on 4th down in overtime, so now their defense comes onto the field, and a lot of pressure on this defense now to keep the O out of the end zone.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Back to pass. He's got him in the flat. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, first and goal.
They're already in position for a potential game-winning field goal here on first and goal in overtime. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Looking to the end zone on third and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'll try to walk it off with a chip shot field goal here in overtime. And he drops the curtain. Lights out. Game-winning field goal in overtime.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that